Hey guys, what's going on? It's your man Boris, and welcome to another episode of the TBScouts podcast. Today is Monday, February 7th, and what I'm going to talk about in today's episode is I'm going to talk about a couple of games that I saw from the past week. I'm going to give a couple birthday shout outs, and then also talk about some upcoming games for this week. So, starting off with some of the games that I saw this past week. On Wednesday, I was I think it was Wednesday or Thursday. I went and saw St. Anthony's. They're a middle school team, and they have a really good class of 2026 playing for St. Anthony's right now. His name's Tristan Garza, very skilled player. Always like the leading scorer for St. Anthony's against the 8th grade team. He's a class of 2026. But Tristan also plays with the Next Level Raiders. So it's always good to see, any players doing good for their schools. So the high school game that I saw that I'll also be going over the stats for was Bernie Champion versus Tyvee. This game was supposed to be played on Friday, but it got rescheduled due to all the snow and bad weather that was expected. So they ended up playing on Saturday, February 5th, and I'm going to go ahead and go over the stats from that game. So Champion played Tyvee on Saturday. Final score was 77-33. And going through some of the leading scorers for each team, we'll go ahead and start off with Bernie Champion. Leading scorer for this game was Jesse Pert. He scored 19 points this game. And this was a very special game for Jesse because he broke past the 1,000 point mark for his career, so his high school career. So congratulations, Jesse, on being a consistent scorer throughout your whole high school career. And again, congratulations on breaking that 1,000 point mark. The school recognized Jesse. He also holds a little place in the history books there for Champion for scoring, and then also for assists, I believe as well. He holds a school record, not the most, but he's up there in the record books. So congrats, Jesse. And Jesse actually had a great game this game. So he ended the game with 19 points. He had 1 rebound, 5 assists, 1 steal. And as far as field goals, overall field goals, Jesse was 6 for 10. On his point field goals, he was 2 for 5. And on his 3-point field goals, he was 4 for 5. Jesse did get fouled a couple of times, so some of those missed field goals were he made up for at the line. He shot 100% on his free throws. He had 3 free throws attempted, 3 free throws that he made. And then just want to point out again, Jesse made 4 3-pointers this game. So he was 4 for 5 from 3-point range. So pretty impressive. I know Jesse's a great shooter, and he's always consistent. I think last game wasn't one of his best games, but it was definitely good to see him on for this game. With 19 points and shooting 4 for 5 from 3-point range. So good game, Jesse. The next leading scorer for Champion, there's actually a tie between Braden Baum and Braxton Burdick. They both had 15 points each. Going through the stat line, we'll start with Braden. Braden had 15 points. Braden had a pretty efficient game. Overall field goals, Braden was 7 for 8. So great job. He was 6 for 6 on his 2-point field goals, and he was 1 for 2 on his 3-point field goals. So that's pretty impressive. He took eight shots this game, and he made 7 of them. Great job, Braden. And other stats, Braden had 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and that wraps up his stat sheet. So for Braden, 15 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. And then also coming in with 15 points is Braxton Burdick. Braxton had 15 points. His field goals overall, he was 3 for 12. 3 for 12, so that he's made up for a lot of those missed field goals at the line. That's something that I'm starting to see. Braxton gets a lot of free throw attempts, which means that he's driving to the paint a lot, and he's getting fouled a lot. So he's taking a lot of free throws. This game, he took 13 free throws, and he made 9 of them. So good job on making up those points at the free throw line. And looking at Braxton's stat line again, 15 points. Again, 9 for 13 on his free throws. He had 10 rebounds, 9 assists, and 2 steals. So, good game there for Braxton. All right, and then moving on to Tyvee. So Tyvee, I noticed that one of their players, one of their bigger players, he was injured, so he didn't play this game. But for Tyvee's leading scorers, coming in with 9 points is Mason Carlisle. He had 9. Jackson Kincaid had 8 points. And Jaden Frausto had 5 points. So again, the whole team only scored 33 points. So looking at the points table and the breakdown for this game, it was pretty much a blowout. Champion scored 77. Tyvee had 33. As far as the points table in the first quarter, Champion scored 25 points to Tyvee's 13 points. In the second quarter, Champion scored 16 points to Tyvee's 5 points. And in the third quarter, Champion scored 21 points to Tyvee's 11 points. And in the fourth quarter, Champion scored 15 points to Tyvee's 4 points. With a final score 77-33, Bernie Champion. All right, so that wraps up that game, Champion versus Tyvee. Next, I'll go ahead real quick and talk about some of the upcoming game. Oh, actually, let me give some birthday shout-outs before we move on to the upcoming games for this week. So on Saturday, after Bernie Champion versus Tyvee, I had the honor to attend Jay Will. Jalen celebrated his 11th birthday party, and he had a great turnout. And it was fun to just see everyone having fun and see Jalen celebrate his birthday doing what he likes to do, which is play basketball and be around his friends. So happy birthday, Jalen. And then this upcoming Saturday, Melo is going to be celebrating his birthday. So Carmelo Martinez is going to be celebrating his birthday this upcoming weekend. Happy birthday to you ahead of time. And Melo also tweaked his ankle a little bit a couple games ago, but he's going to be cleared to play on Saturday as well. So I'll be able to head over to Roosevelt and catch a Melo play the JV game on Saturday. So those are the birthday shout-outs. And for both of those guys, Jay Will and Melo, go ahead and send them a DM and send them some happy birthday wishes. All right, for the upcoming games this week, starting with tomorrow, which is going to be February 8th, Champion is going to play Buda Johnson. This is an away game for Champion. So that game is at 6:45 p.m. Champion versus Buda Johnson. It's an away game. Tomorrow also, Steele has an away game against South San. So Steele High School versus South San. That's at 7 o'clock p.m. Also, tomorrow on February 8th, Central Catholic is going to play against San Antonio Christian at 7 o'clock p.m. And then also tomorrow, Clemens has a home game against Wagner at 7 o'clock p.m. I saw the last highlight video that was about Wagner, and they showed them playing against the other team and playing all the slow music at the end. I don't know if that was Backstreet Boys or NSYNC or what, but we'll see if they're going to be playing that kind of music for Clemens. If they for Clemens, what do you think? Clemens versus Wagner? How's it going to end up? Some R&B tunes? Just messing. I like both of those teams. And then lastly, on Wednesday, we have O'Connor versus Stevens and Brennan versus Jay at 7:30 p.m. on Wednesday. So that's going to go ahead and wrap up this episode of the TB Scouts podcast. Thanks again for tuning in. Want to, wish all the players best of luck, with district play heading into playoffs and everything. We'll see how far each one of these teams goes. So everyone keep playing safe, play your hearts out. For all of those class of 2022s, especially if you're an unsigned senior, keep your head up. I know coaches are watching, and, I know from past experience, I know several players that were graduating that year and they didn't get any offers or anything until the season had already ended. So if you're feeling a little bit discouraged, if that's you, keep your head up. And just stay focused on playing basketball, playing the best you can, and good things will happen. Good things will come. So, again, thanks for tuning in. Catch you guys next time. Peace.